Let's talk to Professor G.C. Khilnani, Chairman of PSRI Institute of Pulmonary Critical Care. Dr. Khilnani, thank you very much for being with us, Dr. Khilnani. How do you view the spread of this variant, the BF7? How dangerous is it for us at the current time?
See, the thing is that concern is there, but the danger is not there. My opening sentence would be that there is no reason for having any panic. We know that RNA virus mutates all the time, and mutation will continue to occur even after pandemic is over. And I always have said on this forum that the pandemic is not yet over. Now, India is in a position of advantage because of several reasons. Number one, that the infection rates have been exceedingly high during first, second, and third waves. So, majority of us are infected at least once, whether diagnosed or undiagnosed.
So you were, go ahead, sir, yes.
So, what I am saying that we have a position of advantage, that we have a hybrid immunity given by the natural infection, which all of us have had at least once. Some people have had 2 infections, 3 infections. And then vaccination program has been amazing with more than 95% of Indians having received at least 2 vaccinations. This is better than China, it is better than America, and better than so many countries. Now, this hybrid immunity, that means that immunity imparted by the infection as well as the vaccination gives the best protection. Now, I want to tell you something, that whether vaccination or the previous infection, the best advantage of vaccination is in the severity of infection, not necessarily in the new infection. So whenever there will be a new infection, like the infection which has come now from China, Japan, and South Korea and others, there is the possibility of rise in some COVID infections if we test them.
Yes.
In my opinion, that severity will not be there. Like what we saw in the Omicron wave, there were infections, but the hospitalization were not significantly high, the mortality was not significantly high. What has happened in United States and Europe 2 months back or 1 month back, that there have been deaths in the people who are senior citizens, that is 80 plus.
Okay.
And also those were immunocompromised. Why I am telling you all this?
Okay.
That it is important for us to protect our senior citizens and those who have severe comorbidity and who are immunocompromised. So summarizing it, there is no need to panic.
All right.
The appropriate behavior which have gone away from us should come back for the time being, till the time this wave is also cleared off. I know people are traveling for the Christmas and the New Year Eve. So those who are susceptible people should avoid. And another thing I would say, that there should be strict vigilance of international travelers which are coming from.
Dr. Khilnani, we seem to have a poor connection, but the concern, let me come straight to the point, with children, because we see that Omicron was affecting children, and now, with all these mutations, can we see a dangerous variant that could emerge with variations, or is it becoming milder and milder as the human body seems to be resisting it or building up antibodies or an ability to coexist with this virus?
That's a good question. The seriousness of the disease determined by the virus and the host. As I said, as far as the host is concerned, India is in an advantageous position because we all have hybrid immunity. So far, whatever the viruses have come, their character does not show a serious threat for Indian children or elderly for that matter. But no Pandit can predict the new variant which will come. So therefore, there is a need to test all the variants by means of genome sequencing. And finally, it is important to get back to the COVID appropriate behavior to slow down or prevent the transmission, including the testing of the international travelers. Thank you.
So should one, go in for a vaccination once again? Earlier the vaccinations were provided by the government, but perhaps, people, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
So, Mark, the thing is that we saw a robust vaccination as far as the first and second dose was concerned. Since the COVID havoc came down, that not not a large proportion came for the third vaccination. That is what you call as booster vaccination. It's a time for us to wake us up. When the infection occurs, you can't do a damn thing. So it is better. One thing that they should have been vaccinated before with the third injection, but we know that large proportion have not come forward. So please come forward and take a third dose of vaccination, which is available free of cost. That will enhance our protection against all the viruses and the viruses mutation which will come ahead. Thank you.
Okay, and another important question is that the Sinovac has failed in China against this variant, and it was a inactivated virus vaccination. So the mRNA vaccines apparently are supposedly better. We also have been using an inactivated virus vaccine for a lot of people. Do we need to reinvent our vaccinations going forward? Because if this vaccine is not working in China because the original variant is no longer around, do we need to change our vaccination policy?
The thing is that Sinovac vaccine had an issue, but our vaccine, that is Covaxin, both vaccines were successful in the form of protection in the level of antibodies, as well as causing diminution in the rate of infection as well as severity of infection. So as far as the efficacy of our two vaccines are concerned, there are no questions about it. The question, as far as the Indian vaccines are concerned, their efficacy and the safety is more than established, and we have seen the results. So there is no question of switching to any other vaccine. Our vaccines are as good as mRNA vaccine, only the techniques are different.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Khilnani, for your inputs and putting it as clearing all the doubts as far as this new wave is concerned. Let's